one thing I'm having an issue with, and it's something I've thought of a lot, is this idea that everything happens for a reason, and that the universe is kind of orchestrating things for me, so that if I don't, you know, heal or deal with these things, that the universe is just going to put them in front of me. And I don't disagree that if I keep doing the same thing, I'm going to keep getting what I've gotten, you know, the definition of insanity that nobody knows who said it. I don't disagree with that, and I think that to think that I'm that important, like I just see myself like through evolution, and we're humans and we've evolved, and now that I've traveled, I see how small I am compared to the whole world, how many people there are, and I think it's almost egotistical to think that someone has a plan for me. I feel like I create my reality, and that I'm more apt to believe that, if I keep on doing the same things, then I'll just keep on having that problem going forward until I work on that. And so I guess, this idea that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. Well, you are quite, you're skeptical about that for a very good reason. It's because it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, like karma. Right?
Everything doesn't happen for a reason.
Yeah.
There are lots of things that are random. Mm-hmm. Lots of things that just happen. And the reason for that is we have free will. Mm-hmm. If everything was planned, there would be no free will. That would be determinism.
Yeah.
Lots of things happen. I don't know, have you ever heard the term Brownian motion?
No.
Well, I won't use it. If you have a lot of things interacting, it's not necessarily truly random, but if you have a bunch of people and they all have free will, making their own choices for their own reasons, you have a lot of change. You have a lot of things going on. And if these things interact you, and you have to deal with them, well, you have to deal with the fact that he made this choice, and she made that choice, and your mother made a choice, and your sister made a choice, and that means you've got choices to make, and you make choices, and it affects your mother's choice and your sister's choice, and everybody is interacting, affecting everybody else. That is pretty random. It's hard you can't plan that or plot that. So stuff just happens.
Yeah, and I feel that you can make a reason out of it. Like you can say, oh, well, I'll take this opportunity to learn this.
Exactly. There is a lesson in everything. So everything has its lesson, but it doesn't mean that everything is a plan. Mm-hmm. Now you can have plans. I said a little earlier that some people are almost scripted. It's a real tight plan. But I'm talking about 1/1000th of 1%. And even the people who have plans with several other people, probably 1/4 of 1%. The people that really don't have any plans at all, or the plans are just very broad, 95, 98, 99%. The planning thing is in the margins, not in the mainstream.
How does that connect to the uncertainty thing you were talking about earlier?
Well, the uncertainty comes in because of all this free will. All the interaction creates uncertainty in what's going to happen. The way you should view life isn't everything happens for a reason and I need to know what the reason is and do it. Is that stuff happens. It just does. I need to deal with it. I need to deal with it in the best possible way. I need to make my choices with as much love and as much caring and consideration and the lowest entropy choice I can. I'll make the choice, and then I need to learn from it if it goes bad, or learn from it if it goes good. And that's the way you live your life. Stuff happens, you get to deal with it. Anything that happens will offer you a lesson because you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
The fact that you need to deal with it means you get an opportunity to deal well or deal poorly. So everything is a lesson, but it doesn't mean that's your plan. Yeah. And it has to happen.
I feel like it's like a coping mechanism, like, when a bird craps on your head, you say, oh, it's good luck. But I think it's just something we say so that we don't feel unlucky that it happened to us.
The thing is, if you have an idea that everything is planned, that removes you somewhat from the responsibility of actually running your own life. You become a pawn in some larger chess game, and you don't really have full responsibility.
For the avatar.
Well, I didn't make that mess. It just was planned.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
instead of saying, "Oh, I made that mess. I need to learn from it." So you're right. Your things that didn't quite feel right in that are things that weren't quite right in
Well,
that.
thanks. I like being right.
You're
Thank you, John.
welcome.